All right, folks, welcome to my first YouTube video. On this channel, I'm going to be sharing my knowledge and expertise in email marketing for e-commerce, and hopefully you own your own e-commerce brand, and this will be able to help you make more money, drive more conversions, increase your customer lifetime value, and overall just get your product in the hands of more people. So today, what better way to start? First video with the welcome flow. It is the welcome to my channel. So the welcome flow, if you don't know, it's an essential automated email sequence for new subscribers. So I'm going to guide you through everything that goes into creating an effective welcome flow, converting lukewarm leads and that are just people looking around your website into first-time buyers. I'm going to be doing videos on all the different flows that we use to bring on average 45% of overall revenue for the brands that we work with. Flows in general work because you're able to target your audience with content that's tailored to where they are in the journey with your brand. In this case, we're going to be personalizing the welcome flow to take new subscribers from a place where they know nothing about your brand or product to the point where they're basically throwing money at you. It's not super complicated to get there, but it's pretty nuanced in terms of how to fit the strategy to your brand. So we're going to hop into the complete guide and let's get right to it. So this one here. Yeah. All right. So first off, you want to set up the welcome flow. It's very, very simple. This is from Klaviyo right here. Use Klaviyo. Do not ask questions, use Klaviyo. So the trigger will be for people to enter the flow when they subscribe to your newsletter. We don't want the people that sign up at the post-purchase. You want to make sure you have post-purchase opt-in for email. You could even have it pre-selected and then people have to unselect it if they don't want your emails. But you don't want those people coming into the welcome flow because they've already purchased from you. So it doesn't make sense to put them through this flow. And I hope you'll understand once we get into the flow why that is. And then we want to add this flow filter here that just states that they've placed an order 0 times since starting the flow. So say someone gets the first email, maybe they don't buy, but they don't buy on the second, but they buy on the third. Well, we don't need to send them the rest of these emails. They've already, this entire flow is to get people to convert for the first time. So once someone converts for the first time, they don't need the rest of it. It's all right. So the first one, this is a massive thing right here. You want to send them the email, the first one, immediately after they sign up. If you're waiting 30 minutes, you're losing sales. If you're waiting 20 minutes, you're losing sales. I've had welcome emails come in multiple days after I sign up, and I just feel really bad because they don't know, obviously, that it's hurting their conversions. So into the first email here, very, very simple. You want to welcome them to your brand, thank them for subscribing, and give them their offer. Assuming that you had an offer or an incentive for them to sign up. It's whether that's a discount, whether it's free shipping, whether it's a free product with purchase, a free guide, whatever it may be. Usually it's just going to be a discount code. You want to give them the discount code, minimal copy, very simple design, and you want to make sure the email is optimized for those who want to buy immediately, and you just want to step back and let them do their thing. A lot of people aren't going to buy immediately. But that's why we have the rest of the emails. We have a ton of emails in the rest of the flow to convert people who didn't buy immediately. And you just want to get back and get the hell out of the way for the people that are going to buy immediately. And then, so we're going to set a trigger here that just says, like, did they open the first email? And if they didn't open the email, maybe it got lost, maybe they didn't check it, you want to resend it with a different subject line a day later. And for people that did open the first email, the next day they're going to get this second email here. This one, you want to talk about who you are as a brand, the people behind your brand, the inspiration behind creating the brand, and things of that nature. Here's where you can add the unique selling points of your product. And generally that weaves into the mission and why you created the brand in the first place. And then the biggest reason you want to talk about your brand and show, who's behind it is because you want to show the subscriber that there's real people behind the brand. There's so many with the advent of drop shipping and that kind of thing, there's so many scams. There's so many people that are like, they'll buy a product because they think it looks cool, and then it takes 2 months to ship, and it's, you know, crappy quality. And that, you want to make sure that you set yourself apart from those people and make sure that they know that there's real people behind your brand, and it's just going to add to your credibility. People buy from people, and emotion is very memorable. They might not remember your product, but if you attach emotion to your product and why you created the brand, they're all going to work in synergy, and it's going to make the rest of the emails, you're priming the rest of the emails. So this one, don't expect this one to do a ton of sales, but it's priming people to get more comfortable with you and your brand for the rest of the flow. So getting into the third one, now they know they have an offer, they know who you are and some of the unique things about your brand, and now you just want to show them what you got, you know? So you're going to get them familiar with your best sellers, your all-star products. You want to have the copy focused on the benefits of your products, not the features. If you're talking about all the features of your products, people don't care. They're going to say, what's in it for me? That's the biggest question you got to answer, is what's in it for me? So if you're selling skincare, for example, you don't want to talk about how it has, 5% hyaluronic acid and all these different ingredients. You want to talk about what those ingredients do. So you're going to say it gives you clear skin, it gives you moisturized skin, it gives you a younger look. Those types of things, those are the benefits that you want to be focusing on. So the main goal of this email is just to make them aware of the product and aware that your product is the solution to a specific problem that they may be experiencing. So in this case, skincare, maybe they have acne. You don't want to say, oh, we have these ingredients in our product. You want to say, this product is for people that struggle with acne. So if they struggle with acne, they're seeing my solution. My problem. This is a solution to my problem. So this whole process of the welcome flow is just guiding the subscriber along the journey, from being unaware of your brand to being confident that your product is a solution to their problem and is the solution. Not just a solution, but the solution. So that's the best sellers here. Getting into email 4. This one's going to be social proof and testimonials. I like putting the social proof and testimonials as the fourth email, because now they know they have an offer. They know who you are and a little bit about your brand and products. They know your best products. And so generally some people might say, hey, that's probably enough information. They know me, they know the offer, they know the products. Why aren't they buying? And it's because you are the one talking to them the whole time. And they still don't trust you. Why would they? Why should they? And so you want to show off that you are someone that everyone likes. And so the way you do that, you want to make sure that they're coming to their own conclusion on the fact that your products are amazing, and social proof is a great way to achieve it. So using things like customer reviews, celebrity endorsements, big publications you've been featured in, that sort of thing, is really just going to establish a lot of credibility and trust within your brand and products. After that, getting into email 5 here, you just want to give them a reminder that they have a discount. Now that you've given them a lot of information and you have built up some sort of rapport with them, they've been subconsciously or consciously thinking about purchasing. And so reminding them that they still have that discount that they can use is a super easy thing to just slot in, and it tends to perform quite well. So adding some bestsellers and even some product categories in this email as well works quite well. And it's just something that if they're close to buying, it's something that a quick reminder will just get them across the finish line and get them to convert. So it also primes them for this next email, which is a problem solution email, or at least that's what I tend to like to do. But you can take a ton of different angles, but you just want to really hammer home the specific benefits of your product. it's a it's a popular framework to use as a campaign. But it also really fits well here in the welcome flow, because at this point, they're aware of the problem that they have. They're aware that your product, and they're aware that others have had success with your brand. So now you have to bridge the gap and present your product as the solution. So simple framework on how to do a problem solution email is just essentially, do you have problem? It doesn't have to be that way. In comes your product. Here's how product solves the problem. Shop now. Super simple, but it tends to bridge the gap and get a lot of people to convert. So that's what you want to do for email 6 there. Into email 7, risk reversal. So you might be asking, Brad, they have all the information. I've sent them 6 emails already. Why aren't they buying? And it's because they still don't trust you. Sorry, they don't trust you. They still have something to lose. They feel like, if they had nothing to lose, why wouldn't they try your product? And so the fact that they're not trying your product yet means they feel they have something to lose. They have money and they have time to lose. They have the money that they're going to spend to buy your product, and they also have the time that it takes for them to get the product, use it. If it doesn't fit their needs, they're going to have to go through the process of trying to return it, or just soaking the money that they spent to buy the product. And nobody likes that. You need to make sure that they feel like there's nothing to lose and everything to gain by buying your product. So adding in some sort of money back guarantee, shipping information, return policies, it's a good thing to just kind of guarantee their satisfaction and reverse any risk that they feel that they may still have. So this one is really, really good for priming these last 2 emails. So second last one is going to be a last chance. Everyone will delay making a decision. It's human nature. But if something is on the line, they're more inclined to buy now and not later. So if they feel like there's fear of missing out on the discount, they're more inclined to buy now instead of waiting. Now they don't have the discount and they're like, I'm not going to buy now. So you want to make sure that you're adding in a lot of urgency to buy now instead of later. So you want to keep this simple. Don't overcomplicate it. They've already got educated on their problem and your product and how it's a perfect solution. And so you just need to make them feel like making the purchase is an urgent thing to do. And then last one, it's a last chance. Don't really need to say too much here. It's going to be 12 hours left, 24 hours left until the promotion expires. Something that works really, really well here is doing a note from the founder, just a text-based email, 0 images, just saying, hey, first name, it's Brad, the founder of company. Saw you haven't used your discount yet. Is there any reason for that? Is there any questions I can answer? That sort of thing. Just being like, I really don't want you to miss out. You have 24 hours left. Shop here. That one usually kills. So this one, 9 emails. You want to at least have 6, and then you can add up to, I would say don't go over 12 or 13 emails. At that point, it gets a little bit too long, and there's just really no point. So I'm going to go over here, and I have a couple examples of great emails from a few companies' welcome flows. So if we start here, this is obviously the first welcome email from Javi here. So what I really love about this email is they have super clear, super big, here's your offer. They've cleverly put just under the offer some of their products, made them look really nice, and then a nice bold CTA here, all above the fold, meaning that your subscriber does not have to scroll in order to see the call to action and click it. If they have to scroll, I hate to break it to you, people are goldfish, they have a short attention span. They are not going to scroll all the time. So we want to make sure everything they need is above the fold. Obviously, having below the fold is important for the people that do scroll. But a lot of people just open the email, and if there's nothing to click on before scrolling, they're just going to go to the next email. So yeah, minimal copy here, just about their brand, really simple, in and out. Here's what to expect from our emails. That's a really nice thing to put in. One of the first 2 welcome emails is just like, here's what's to expect from us. And then, they have some featured on here, just to give it a little bit extra credibility. And then these ones as well, you can see that they kind of fit into all of the things I was saying about this. Good headline, you see good hero image here, minimal copy, all about 150,000 people agree, here's your discount, nice CTA. And you can see how a lot of these have different aspects of different things in this email. So like right here, this is all about their unique selling propositions, and up here is some social proof. So this here doesn't have to be followed word for word, and it's going to really depend on your brand and what you want to what journey you want your customers to go through. But yeah, having this is a really good framework. And then mixing and matching some of the different angles into different emails tends to really work well. And then a couple examples of not so great emails. Here we have a brand called Pinnacle. This is their first email. I don't know about you, but I'm not reading that. And where's the CTA? There's not really any. You have shop all product. That literally, you're going to miss that 100% of the time. You have some recommended products in the first email, which isn't terrible, but you really just want to be selling the click. People can't purchase straight from the email. So you're really just trying to sell the click to the site and let the site do the selling. And then here's another one. Apologies for it being blurry. You're going to see why in a second. But this is from a company called Dark Sport, and they are a brand that does about 700,000 monthly viewers on their website. So I would only assume they're doing at least a couple million a month in revenue. And this is your competition. And if you look here, they have product picture, very minimal copy, and then product pictures, more product pictures, more product pictures, more product pictures. You get where I'm going with this. This is all one email. I did not do anything to this email. And one thing that's going to happen with this is that it's going to be flagged immediately, because all of these images take up storage space when you're sending, and your inbox does not like to show you emails that are massive in size. And so having all these product pictures, even though you think I want to show my customer, what options they have, it's not a great idea. Something that I would do differently is, instead of having all of these, instead of having all of these pictures just lined up one above the other, I would create a better hero image here that has a good amount of the designs, maybe people wearing them, that sort of thing, and then a CTA, a little bit of copy, and just get in, get out. And then another thing that's really terrible with this email is, if you notice here, this little button, that means that these pictures are not linked to the site. So you can't see it in this, because when I'm taking a screenshot, it doesn't show up. But when you hover over these products, this shows up. So if I'm scrolling, I'm like, this t-shirt's sick, I want it, and I click it, it's not going to bring me to the site. It's just going to enlarge the picture. And so then they have to scroll back up and click one of these buttons up here. And I can tell you from experience, nobody's doing that. It's just not the way people's psychology works. If something is not simple, they will leave. And so you want to make things as simple as possible for people. It's super, super important. And so we'll get into some pro tips before I end the video here. On what I was just saying, first pro tip is going to be to keep it simple, stupid. KISS as the acronym, keep it simple, stupid. One idea, one offer. You want more emails and less content per email. You can, all of this information in these 9 emails, you could put into one email if you wanted to, but it's going to be very, very long. Nobody's going to absorb all that information, and it's just not optimal. And so what you want to do is keep it simple, one idea, one offer, more emails with less content in them, and you're going to see a lot of improvement with your conversion rate. So the second one is going to be using frequently asked questions to your advantage. And so this one has 9 emails. You could easily add another 2-3 emails that each one of them is simply just answering frequently asked questions for your brand. And so this is going to resolve common objections that most people have with your brand. And so, for example, if you're selling, denim jackets like this, and you get a lot of questions about, the quality or how they fit, what the sizing, you can make an email that answers those questions. And what that is going to do is just tackle the objections that people are already going to have. And if you tackle every objection that someone has, then they're going to be way more adept to want to purchase your product. And so if you have a product that is a little bit more complicated, a little bit more sophisticated, adding in how to actually use it, a step-by-step guide is a great thing to do, because one of the things that people might be hesitant about is, how easy is this going to be to use? How is this going to hook up? How's this going to integrate into my life? And so if you can answer that in an email, that's amazing. You're gonna see very good results from it. Then the third one is test, and when you think you're done testing, test some more. You are not smarter than data. You may think you know what people want, but you don't. You truly don't. So you have to let the consumers decide what is best for them. And so, as a little personal story, there is some angles that I will test for emails that I think one is going to absolutely crush the other, and then I send it out. I check, 24 hours later, and I'm like blown away, because the one that I thought wasn't going to work ended up outperforming the other one 5x, And so you just have to put your ego aside. You do not know what's best. You have to let your consumers decide what is best for them. And so some common things that you definitely should be testing with every email that you send would be subject line, preview text, the time you're sending, what your hook is, or what your headline is, or just basically the big idea, your angle, whether it's text-based or design-heavy, or a mix of both. So you can test, 50-50 text and design, 100% text, 100% design, any combination of a mix of both, and you're going to really see, what resonates with your specific audience. And then super important to be testing your CTAs. One that's not here that I didn't put is it's super important to obviously test your copy, test your tonality in your copy, the different types of design that you do, and then this one here, don't hear very many people talking about this, but elimination versus modification testing. And so what this means is essentially you can test one thing against the other. You can test having your best sellers versus your best product categories. Like if you have CTA and then, you want to put some products or some customer reviews under, or some social proof, you can test what you put there, but then also try to test whether it's there or not completely. because what might happen is you have a CTA and then you have products underneath. And so you may think, oh, I'm just showing them, what kind of products there is. That's obviously helpful. But like I said, you don't know what's best for them. They know what's best for them. And so if you have a CTA, test having products versus not having products, because maybe people end up getting distracted at the choices that they have, and they don't end up clicking over to the website where they can actually view the products in their totality. So that one is super, super important. And yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. That is the welcome flow and how to optimize it so that you stop losing money. So many people do not have this down, and it's just costing them money in the long run. And I don't want you to be one of those people. So use these tips for yourself. And if you need any help, I'm going to put a link in the description on where you can book a call with me. No obligation to work with me, but I'd love to be able to kind of walk through what you have and give you some tips on what you can do better and how you can optimize your email list for maximum revenue. And so that's what I'm all about. I will be posting a lot more on this channel, just everything email marketing and how to turn your website traffic into first-time buyers and first-time buyers into lifelong loyal customers of your brand. So if you're interested in that at all, drop a like, drop a subscribe, you know the deal. Take it easy, guys.